Hey you! Let's do another video. About what? Impeachment? Yeah, let's do impeachment, I guess. I've been watching it. The defense, Trump's lawyers finished up today. And I think the Democrats presented a 16-hour-ish presentation. It was over 2 days. It was very thorough. There was 4 or 5 managers, I believe, talking about their first-hand experience, about they were there at the Capitol riots. Very compelling stuff. They were very compelling speakers, witnesses. They provided documented evidence, documented timelines that juxtaposed the Capitol versus the timeline, the tweets. It was all thrown together beautifully. And there really wasn't any room for, like, negotiations on that. It was like, we all saw it, they presented it, and that's that. It's really hard to argue against it. And today, the Trump lawyers, these dollar bin lawyers, wherever they got these guys, I mean, wow, what a deal. They got a deal on these guys. This is like a 3-for-1 deal at the dollar bin. They couldn't argue anything. They were psychologically projecting, deflecting, running videos that had nothing to do with January 6th, presenting arguments that had nothing to do with January 6th. It's what you would expect. I mean, don't get me wrong here. We know the GOP has psychological projection in spades. We know, they victim blame. They move the goalposts. They distract. There's nothing we haven't seen here before. Okay, but like it was maybe 3 hours long, and they had a 16-hour window to present an argument, and they barely got 3 hours out of it, I think, because they don't have anything. They only have distractions, psychological projection, whataboutism, and all these things. They could not present a cohesive, cogent argument about the events on January 6th, the riots at the Capitol. They could not defend it in any way. They could not separate Donald Trump from these riots. And once again, we know they can't, because we saw it with our own eyes. You can't gaslight a whole country. I mean, kudos for trying. Like, wow, good for you. You're a psychopath. But you can't gaslight an entire country. Man, the cojones on these people. I mean, you cannot dupe an entire country that saw the tweets, that saw the footage live. It's just, you're trying way too hard, my man. You're trying way too hard. You look silly. You look like a clown, and no one's buying it. No one who reasons honestly can buy what the Trump defense lawyers were selling today. Nobody. A disingenuous base that believes an authoritarian verbatim on everything. Yes, you can dupe them. People who believe in, QAnon conspiracy theories, yes, you can dupe them, okay? But that's just a small section of the country. You cannot... People are too keen on how the GOP acts, what they do, what the last 4 years was about. And the last 4 years was about Trump getting away with everything and anything, no ramifications for action. This was expected at some point. Nobody's surprised by January 6th. Nobody. Even the most politically ignorant person in the country saying, yeah, that was totally plausible. Okay? This guy foments, violence all the time at his rallies. You just know to expect it at some point. It's ridiculous. You have no leg to stand on. They had no arguments. that were reasonable at all. Once again, it was deflection, psychological projection, whataboutism, and no cohesive, coherent arguments at all. But no one's expecting anything less. I mean, but they do look ridiculous. And in the Senate, well, in the GOP, they're not going to vote for it. They're not going to convict Trump. Are you kidding me? These people don't care about integrity. They don't care about doing the right thing. They don't care about country over party. Man, you can expect the worst case scenario with these people at all times. It's a pretty sad situation. But anyways, let me know what you thought. Were you watching it today or the last few days? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments.